Hey there, this is TJR.
And this is Robert Kinsler.
And we're doing a little follow-up here. Recently we did an episode on reissues, and I happened to discuss the recent re-release, Deluxe 2C edition of Bad Company's first two albums, Straight Shooter. I actually had the original album, Bad Company, that I talked about, but they released both this and Straight Shooter.
And their second album, Straight Shooter,
which is what we're holding up this time. And now, one of our viewers, Can Be Found, wanted to know if you, since you had an experience with it, can compare the difference between the remastering on this versus the gold.
Right, the Audio Fidelity 24 karat version that came out in 2011.
Yeah, because you did cover this once on our old channel.
Right,
you
on
talked
our old
about
channel,
this.
exactly.
And so you've had a chance to back-to-back compare.
Right, yeah, and actually, and thanks to his comment, I went back and, I was going back and forth listening to one and listening to the other. I'd say the 2015 reissue is a little bit stronger, but not strong enough where I would say if you only care about the original 8-track album, I don't think it's worth replacing it, because I think that the audio quality on this 2011 24 karat version is very, very strong. I mean, it's great. You put it in with the headphones, you hear everything. It's not overly compressed. The Paul Rogers sounds fantastic. You hear, I mean, it just sounds really good. The reason you would buy this new deluxe edition is obviously for all the wealth of demos and previously alternate takes and songs that weren't included on the original one. So for that reason alone, if you're a Bad Company completist, you're going to want to get this anyway. But I do appreciate the question, and I think that it's a good one. But I will say hands down, this one blows away the original CD version.
Audio quality.
On audio quality. I don't know how many years ago I got this one.
Yeah.
But even that one, Ron Nevison did such a great job of the recording and mixing, and then the album was produced by Bad Company, by the band, and they did such a fantastic job that even with maybe the limitations of when the analog was originally transferred to digital, it's not bad. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with any of these, but I'd say if I had my dealers, which of the three to own, I would go for the new one. Okay. Just because it has all that great new material.
All right. But I just want to make sure, just getting to the actual audio quality.
Right. Yeah.
Actual audio quality. You do feel that this is just as strong?
I'd say maybe possibly a little stronger.
A little stronger, actually.
A little stronger,
okay. On this new remaster from the previous one.
Exactly. But they're so close that is not a deal breaker. Okay. Like I said, what's a deal breaker is the additional material.
Disc.
I mean, this is a 2 CD set with, and the second disc has 14 tracks on it. So obviously you're getting a lot of, like you said, alternate takes, demos, and all that stuff. So if you're just going to buy one, and these Audio Fidelity releases are just wonderful. I've purchased about 3 or 4 of them. I know I bought a 10 years after one and a couple other ones, and they're very, very good. I mean, they're typically they have somebody that's remastering the original versions. So it's not simply that they're transferring it and maybe doing a higher sampling bit or something like that. I mean, they are actually going back, I think, to the source material and working with it.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. And I recently bought an Audio Fidelity vinyl release of Ricky Lee Jones's second album, Pirates, which has never been remastered for CD. There was the original CD release, which they just transferred the vinyl, the original analog, to CD. And there's never been any real high-quality remastering since that first CD release. And so I picked up this vinyl release, which blew away the original CD release and blows away the original vinyl. Yeah. One of those, it's same people, same folks here that did this, but just on a vinyl release. Yeah. They did a spectacular job with it.
Yeah, and many people don't know about Audio Fidelity, but if you're an audiophile, and I know they've done Cheap Trick releases and Monkeys and in America, I mean, everybody, they do a fantastic job, and these are, you can see here, they're kind of limited edition. They're numbered. I mean,
so they are collector's items.
Yeah, they're collector's items, and I'm definitely not going to part with my Bad Company, version of Straight Shooter. Yeah, no way. And I wish I had the first Bad Company album. If they did that one, they may have. Yeah. But maybe the closing point to make here is thanks for the question. Yeah. Can be found, and also just another reminder about how great Bad Company was. I know they were kind of in the shadow of Led Zeppelin all through the 70s. They were on the same label and stuff. But I'm telling you, I mean, especially their first two albums, they're just, there's not a bad track on there,
and
either one of those.
You have finally turned me into more than just a casual fan, because I did decide to go ahead and pick up both of these new re-releases, and you made me more than a casual fan, because this is my first, like I said, I covered the first album in our reissues show, and that was my first real experience with listening to the entire albums.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed getting both of these.
And Straight Shooter is one of those albums there's not, you're never going to skip the
you're not.
skip the
Same
tracks
thing with
or
the
anything.
first album.
They are just terrific albums that really have stood the test of time. Straight Shooter came out in 1974, and here it is more than 40 years later. To me, it sounds just every bit as strong as it did when it came out.
Right.
Just a great album.
Okay, so glad that helped. If you have questions about anything we've covered in the past, if you want to follow up on something we've discussed as far as audio quality or packaging, please let us know so that we can try to put together something on that. And we always appreciate your suggestions. Thank you so much for sharing the show on social media. We do appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'm TJR.
And I'm Robert Kinsler.
We'll see you next time.
See you later, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.